Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Brian with another update collection video for you guys. So this past weekend, well, I guess I should start with Thursday, Friday, and today. I've gone to multiple locations. I'm on vacation right now, so that's why I have so much to show. Probably have more beginning of next week as well. So let's start with Thursday. So Thursday, my brother and I went to an FYE and a Second and Charles near us. He already showed his FYE pickups. I only got one at that location. They didn't have a lot for me. So one DVD, a used DVD from Artisan Entertainment from 1996. And that is Spirit Lost, starring Leon, Regina Taylor, Cinda Williams, and James Avery. I got it because James Avery's in it, and I've never seen it. It's not really a horror. It's more of a ghost drama, if you will. But again, I wanted to check it out anyway. So there's Spirit Lost. Alright, next up is Second and Charles. Again, I only picked up 3 titles, 2 Blu-rays and 1 DVD. So the first DVD here is a film from 1998. It is a comedy, and it is called Slums of Beverly Hills, starring Alan Arkin, Marissa Tomei, and Natasha Lyonne. Never seen it. Great cast, not that it matters, but executive produced by Robert Redford, so that's also something that told me to pick it up. Basically, it's set in the 70s. Natasha Lyonne plays a girl named Vivian. She is, I guess this is a growing up, coming of age type movie. She's, I guess, getting sexually active, I guess. So it's about dealing with her family and her blossoming sexuality. Her visiting cousin, Marissa Tomei, is thrown into the mix, and this is it's a coming of age story that proves that you don't have to be rich and have first class fun. So it says it's a 70s version of Clueless, so yeah, we'll see about that. But I don't know, I'm looking into more like 90s comedies, so pick that one up. And then the other two, well, one of them I've seen, the other one I think I've seen, but I'm not 100%. So the one that I have seen, and I definitely wanted to scoop up the Blu-ray of it, and that was Ghost. Now, I know this isn't the Paramount Presents version of Ghost, but I think it's almost the same disc, if I'm not mistaken. But you do have quite a few like special features on here. You get commentary with the director and the writer, the making of the movie, and then a couple of featurettes as well. So there's that. And then lastly, I think I've seen this before, but I've never owned it, and that is the 1973 Academy Award winner, The Sting, on Blu-ray. I know I just got a 4K release, but I don't really need that for this movie, so figured that would be a cool addition to the collection. So let's see, what else do I want to start with now? Okay, so my MVD order arrived in the mail today, so we can go over that. I only picked up 3 titles off their Synapse sale. So the first one is an upgrade for me, and that is the 20th anniversary edition of Mosquito. I've seen this movie definitely once. I do have the DVD of it, like I said. So I remember Gunnar Hansen is in this film. Same thing with Ron Ashton from The Stooges. Both of them have passed on, so rest in peace to both of them. This is a 1995 film, or 94 rather, released in 95. It's pretty good. I thought it was kind of cheesy at times, but I thought it was kind of silly and fun. And of course, there is a scene where Gunnar Hansen does have a chainsaw. I don't know if you can see it, it's a little dark, but he is up there in the corner. The other two were blind buys, but I've heard good things about both of these films. So the first one here is, I don't know if I don't want to butcher it here. Moriturus, Legions of the Dead. This is from 2011, 86 minutes. I don't recognize anybody in the cast, and it looks like it's an Italian film, so it is in Italian and English subtitles. But it's alright. It says it's an interesting mix of old school 80s Italian horror with a touch of brutality of Wes Craven's Last House on the Left. So, interesting. And then the last film here is from 1975. It is 160 minutes in black and white, and it is Kurt McDowell's Thundercrack. This is... Oh, I didn't know it was... Okay. So we won't really go into what it's about. But it involves 4 men, 3 women, an insane hostess, and rampaging circus animals. So we'll leave it at that. I don't know if I'm going to like this one or not, but we'll see. So yeah. There's that. Okay, so I went down to attend a convention Friday and today. It's about 3.5, 4 hours away from me. But on the way down, I decided to stop at one of their FYEs to find more clearance stuff, which I only found 2 titles, but I found 2 used and 1 new, so 5 titles altogether. So I found a Warner Archives release of a Clint Walker film from 1958, and that is Fort Dobbs. Black and white film. Looks like it's a Western. I do like Clint Walker though, so that's the reason why I picked it up. Second used DVD here is a film from 1936. Black and white as well, and that is the original The Last of the Mohicans. I do have the one with Daniel Day-Lewis as well, so. And then of course I found this. I know Cinema Sickness found this too, so hey Dave, I found White Fang as well. This is the 20th Century Fox Cinema Archives release. AKA Disney Archives, I guess you could call it that now, but it doesn't sound right to me. So this is also from 1936, black and white. This is the sequel to The Call of the Wild. Okay. All right, this was a clearance item. This was actually a lot cheaper than 75% off. This was like 3 something after everything. And then this one was a surprise. I found the Blu-ray of Dead Calm, and I got it for 73 cents. I kid you not. She scanned it and it said 73 cents. So it's pretty interesting there. So this one has Sam Neill, Nicole Kidman, and Billy Zane. I've never seen it. I've always come across it when I've been out and about, but I never picked it up. So glad to add it to the collection. And then the only one that I paid, well, I didn't pay the full price. I got a little discount on it. But this is the Trauma re-release This is a 2016 film called Dolly Deadly. So I like my doll movies. Looks pretty creepy to me. So I mean, I love Trauma too. So check that one out. Okay. So I'm gonna start with the second in Charles and the closest one to the convention. So I went there before I went to the convention on Friday. I picked up quite a bit. I picked up 5 Blu-rays, 2 CDs, and 12 DVDs. Yeah, I went a little crazy there, but they had a lot. And I was only there for maybe an hour at most. So the 2 CDs I picked up are from the same band, one of my favorite 80s punk bands, and that is Naked Ray Gun. So I found their CD from 1984, I think, yeah, 84, called Throb Throb. So I listened to this on the way back. It's a pretty solid film, solid album. Let's see, there's, I think, 13 songs on this album. And then the second album is called Understand, ? And this one had, I think, 12 songs on it. And this is from 1989. So yeah. Okay, that's what I thought. So it says here that the last song ends abruptly and it's not a defect. I thought it was, but it just ends and then track 1 starts again. So it was a little weird, but whatever. So yeah, Naked Ray Gun, great band. Check them out if you don't know who they are. Alright, so let's go through all these titles here. So the first DVD I have here was probably one of the last ones I picked up. And unfortunately, this location likes to tape everything closed, so you can't check the discs until you get to the checkout. Drives me crazy sometimes. But anyway, this is the, what year is this? 2012 release of a horror comedy called You Can't Kill Stephen King. Basically, this is about a group of friends make a decision to visit the lake where horror author Stephen King lives. Upon arrival, they are greeted by unfriendly townspeople who hate noise and tomfoolery almost as much as they hate uninvited guests and question about their most famous resident. As dead bodies begin to mount, one thing becomes clear: the friends must piece together the clues to save themselves before their own Stephen King nightmare is written. I've heard mixed reviews on this one, so let me know if it's any good or not. Even it's kind of weird that the guy on the disc looks like Pennywise, but he's clearly not Pennywise. So yeah. Up next is a TV movie from 1996 called The Killing Grounds. And this one stars Anthony Michael Hall, Priscilla Barnes, Courtney Gaines, Rodney Grant, Charles Rocket, and Cynthia Geary. So I got a good cast here. Like $3 for this one. Yeah, it's one of those like early releases, so the disc art does not look, it's not great. Next one up is a brand new factory sealed DVD I got for under $4. Of course, I look it up and it got terrible reviews because it says it's inspired by actual events, but it's definitely not accurate whatsoever. And this is the film Kemper, the Co-Ed Killer. Still brand new factory sealed. But yeah, I read into it after I got it and I was like, okay, well, figured I'd pick it up anyway because I do enjoy some of these like serial killer movies. So yeah. Up next is a Kino title. Jeff Bridges, Rosanna Arquette, Andy Garcia, and Alexandra Paul from a film from 1986, and that is 8 Million Ways to Die. Of course, every time I see that Kino label, I'm like, oh, grab it, grab it, grab it. I know there's a Blu-ray of this, but I wanted to check this one out, especially at $2.95. Yeah, scoop that up. And the disc was mint, so even better. But this disc was not mint, and it's got quite a few scuffs on it, but I don't think it'll affect playback. It's not like there's any deep scratches, just a lot of like surface scratches on it. But it's a cheesy film from 2014, and that is Jersey Shore Massacre. There's only two people in here that I recognize by name, and they're both in it for maybe like 5 minutes apiece. But you got Ron Jeremy, of course, and Sean C. Phillips. So yeah, not expecting much out of this, but figured I'd check it out for those two. Well, more Sean than Ron, for obvious reasons. And up next is a Warner Archive release. Paid a little bit for this one, but it was good quality. So I heard it's a really good movie too. It is a drama from 1980, yeah, called Carney. Starring Gary Busey, Jodie Foster, Robbie Robertson, Meg Foster, Alicia Cook, and Kenneth McMillan. Cast like that, I gotta grab it. Up next is another serial killer movie from 2008. I hear it gets somewhat middle of the road reviews, and that is Copycat. Don't recognize anyone in the film though, but basically there's a serial killer going around killing his victims, like different serial killers like Ramirez, Dahmer, Gein, and so on and so forth. So it might be good, I don't know. Up next is a TV movie here from 1995, starring Cheryl Ladd. There's the only name I recognize, and that is The Haunting of Lisa. I do enjoy these like horror TV films. My favorites are from like the 70s, but I definitely want to check out more 80s and 90s. So definitely wanted to pick this one up and give it a watch. This was put out by Hearst Entertainment and Sterling, whatever that is. But yeah. This one, they taped it shut, but it was still sealed on the top and the bottom, which was weird, but whatever. That is a film from 2004, and that is Spirit Trap. This looks like it's like a British horror film, or at least it takes place in London. See, 4 college students move into an ancient vacant mansion. Strange things start to happen when Nick gets an old spirit clock to start working again. They hear a mysterious noise, and Jenny begins to see things, shadows of torches, and an angry mob who torture a man. So it could be like a ghost story. So yeah, looks interesting. Up next is a film from 2002, starring Jamie Kennedy and Judy Greer. That is a film called Stricken. When best friends bury the hatchet, I guess, in their backs. It's all fun and games until someone gets hurt or killed. Tensions are high between students and locals in a Midwestern college town, where six friends' obsession with playing cruel practical jokes turns into a deadly game of one-upmanship. Okay, so they're joking around with each other, and then ends up someone killing someone else. I don't have high hopes for this film, but at least it has a good soundtrack. Squirrel Nut Zippers, Demon Speed, The Pickets, Scroat Belly, and Lisa St. Anne. That's probably why they put that on the back. Okay, 2 more DVDs for this stack here. This one here says it's from 2005, but I believe it's actually from 97. I think I looked this one up. It's a TV movie with Hilary Swank called The Sleepwalker Killing. Based on a true story. Of course, it has to say that starring 2-time Academy Award winner Hilary Swank. Probably not for this movie, obviously. Something about someone's a suspect in the murder of her mother. I can't see it because it's a sticker, but yeah, figured I'd pick this up and give it a watch. I do like Hilary Swank. Next is a horror film from 1973. This particular release was re-released in 2001. That is the film Caged Terror, starring Elizabeth Suzuki and Percy Harkness. Sounds like such a fake name. Suzuki, like the automobile, like they do like motorcycles, right? Other things. This is about being watched. They're going camping in an old abandoned farmhouse. They're being watched by strangers and yada yada yada. It sounded interesting to me, so I figured I'd pick that up. Okay, now the Blu-rays. I found 5. First one is still brand new, factory sealed, and that is The Long Kiss Goodnight with Samuel L. Jackson and Gina Davis and Brian Cox and David Morse. Directed by Rennie Harlin from 1995. I believe I've seen this, but it's been a while, and I definitely wanted it in the collection. This was a find, if I don't say so myself. This is a Blue Underground release from 1974. I think it's in English. Yeah, it's in English. That is The Living Dead at Manchester Morgue. This was a little more than what I wanted to pay for it, but I never ever see Blue Underground titles out here in the wild, so I figured I'd scoop that one up for sure. Next up is an upgrade. I do have the DVD. I haven't watched it yet, but I have a couple friends on Instagram that say it's really good, so figured I'd scoop up the Blu-ray. That is the IFC Midnight Scream Factory release of Rust Creek. This is from 2018, and it is 108 minutes. I just want to check that one out. Up next is one other shark movie here. I definitely don't have this one, especially not on Blu-ray. It is also a Roger Corman Presents. That is Sharktopus. This looks like it's probably been on the Sci-Fi Channel. Looks like it anyway. This is from 2010. Stars Eric Roberts, Kareem Burson, and Sarah Malakul Lane. I only know Eric Roberts. Yeah. And Roger Corman is apparently in here for a cameo appearance, so interesting. And the last title that I got at this location is a film that I've been wanting to check out for a while, but I remember when this came out, I was interested in it, but I didn't grab it, so I figured I'd grab it now for $4, and that is Strange But True. So the plot of this is a little strange. Basically, it's been 5 years since high schooler Ronnie Chase died in a tragic accident, but the shock of his death is reignited when his ex-girlfriend visits his mother and brother and tells them she believes she's pregnant with his child. His family tries to dismiss her incredible claim, and it is plunged into a web of lies, fears, and relentlessly suspense. This stars Greg Kinnear, Brian Cox, and Blythe Danner. So definitely interesting. Good cast too. Alright, so while I was at the convention, I didn't really find any good deals on movies because they were all priced accordingly. But I did go to the this one guy who takes VHS tapes and puts them on DVD. Yes, I know it's not real, but I picked up 2 titles that one doesn't have it on available on disc, and the other one is outrageously expensive. So I picked up, and I have seen this one, but it's been probably since well, not since it came out, because this came out in '93, but I remember watching it maybe '96, '97. That is Tobe Hooper's Night Terrors, starring Robert Englund, Zoe Trilling, William Finley. So yeah, let me know in the comments below if you remember this. I do, but I gotta watch it again because it's been almost 25 years since I've seen this. And then the other one that's very out of print. I picked this up because I wanted to give it a watch. I hear this movie is very intense at times, and that is the movie from 1997 called Nowhere. Starring a boatload of famous actors and actresses: James Duvall, Rachel True, Jordan Ladd, Christina Applegate, Guillermo Diaz, Ryan Philippe, Heather Graham, Scott Conn, Mina Suvari. The list just goes on and on. So I'll save my autographs for last. So I went to another Second and Charles on the way home. I could have hit up another one, but I decided not to. I only found 5 titles at this location. So the first one here is a horror comedy. It says a delightfully cheesy horror comedy which takes a John Hughes high school world and puts a blackened spin on it. And that is the movie from 2014 called Chastity Bites. Never seen it, never heard of it. Looked interesting. It's probably a one-time watch, but figured I'd pick it up anyway. And it was under $3. Up next is a film that I've heard of, but I've never seen it. And that is, what year is this from? 2000. Killer Instinct with Corbin Burnson, Dee Wallace Stone, Janine Myers, Paige Moss, Bridget Brooks. So decent cast. Again, early 2000s horror wasn't the strongest, but figured I'd pick it up anyway. Just in case I have to change, because they put it in a double case even though it's only one disc. This is from 2005, and it is a film, blockbuster rental called Sweet Insanity. This is about a crazy teenage senior in high school. I guess she just loses her mind, kills people. I don't know, but it looks interesting, and I like those like anything set in schools. Up next is a film. I'm not sure when this was put out because it says 2003, but all the platinum movies that I've seen over the years, that's just the release date, not the actual date of the when the movie was made. So we'll go with 2003, and that is a film called The Dreaming, starring Arthur Dignam, Penny Cook, and Gary Sweet. A young doctor becomes inextricably involved in a chain of supernatural events that point towards death. So I'm not sure if this is like an anthology or just a regular movie in general, but it is 91 minutes, rated 18. I guess this was different. I don't know. It's not rated R, but it says it's rated 18, so I don't know what that means. Is this like a Canadian film or something? I don't know. Possibly. The last title I found there was a film called Grave Matters. This is a former Hollywood video rental. This is from 2004. Starring Kate Vernon, Steve Parrish, and Tim Desarn. A shallow grave doesn't bury the past. The synopsis sounded interesting to me. Yeah, it's in one of those like thick former rental cases with the disc. Yeah, the disc isn't great either, but it should play okay, I hope. Okay, so that's it for the movies, and I gotta separate this from the stacks. I don't want them falling over. So, again, the 2 CDs, Naked Raygun, really good band. Definitely let you guys check them out. Here's my Blu-ray stack. And then all my DVDs here. We don't want them to fall over, do we? I'd rather not have to deal with that. All those. And now for the autographs that I got. So I wanted to get more, but I didn't want to spend all the money this time around, so I only got 3 autographs at this one. So I met Lisa Wilcox and Tuesday Night. They were both in Nightmare on Elm Street 4, The Dream Master, so I had them sign this little mini poster. So Tuesday Night said, Brian, take that to your goddamn therapy. So everybody remembers her from part 4. And then Lisa says, rest in hell, and she's pointing at Freddy, and she said, Lisa, Alice lives, guys. She definitely does. And then I went to go meet Felissa Rose, and I am glad I did. She is such a sweetheart. And I had her sign this nice sleepaway camp poster here. On the bottom, she says, to Brian, meet me at the waterfront after the social. And then she said, since you brought this, I want to give you a second one. Pick out any picture that I have on my table. So I decided to do the one with she's making the face there. And this one says, don't throw me in the water. So Got those two. So that is everything I got this past week. I have more coming, not a lot, but a few here and there. But I'm sure I'll be going out sometime this week. I got quite a few more days off work, so so please, guys, stay safe out there. I know things are opening up and everyone's trying to get back to what life was like before all this, but you still gotta take care of yourselves, guys. So I'll leave it at that. So okay, guys, hope you had fun with this video. I sure did. I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye.